Are just joining us, hello, hi. Are live on TikTok, live on YouTube as well, live on both. It is halftime. U.S. Women's National Team versus Ireland. U.S. Women's National Team is up 2-0. Avery Patterson and Sam Coffey both with goals. In terms of just general things, I love Claire in the midfield. I love Claire in the midfield too. I think she's really coming into her own. Very strong, putting up with, the physicality, I think, of this team could have really given a different player, especially one that's her age, a lot more trouble. But she is getting right in there. Love to see it. So, and Avery Patterson, I think, has been also very fun to watch. Corner goal. Who knew? Rose Lavelle, I thought, has looked great. Coming back from injury, she's just moving very well. She looks great. Take her off at halftime, though, please. Gosh, if only Alyssa could have had better composure. I know she makes that though like 90% of the time, and I will give credit where credit's due. It was a good save. The first attempt, she was really trying to fake out, going far post and then get her to bite and go near, and it just didn't happen. But that's okay. Rose driving the whole attack. We missed her. She looks great. Phenomenal. Take her off at halftime, please. Just, my aunt has these beautiful champagne flutes that it turns out they were done by some artists and now they're worth like well over $1,000 on eBay. And anytime she pulls them out, I panic and I'm like, please, I don't want to drink out of this. Put this away. That's how I feel with Rose Glass Lavelle. She's great. She's really great. Please put her back. I don't want to see that. Irish coffee had to happen, pun intended. We didn't get to see the celebration, and I was looking for it this time because y'all asked me about it last live, but she's been really fun. I've actually really loved seeing both Coffey and Emily Sonnet really take advantage of taking space and getting forward, because that's what you have to do against a mid-block. Against a mid-block, you got to do some things to try to shake it up so that they can't keep that positioning, and runners continuing through, super helpful. Your outside backs pushing up higher, and then your midfield dropping in to help defensively a little bit more, like Sam Coffey's been doing, super helpful. So I think it's been a pretty sound strategy for dealing with a mid block. Patterson creating most chances. Yeah, she's just dominating out there. The thing with this mid block is they're congesting the midfield as part of that too, right? They're really holding it centrally, which means that your wide players are going to be able to just take people on 1v1. And guess what? That's kind of the thing that American players are best at. So love seeing Avery pushing up. Agreed. Do you think Patterson can take Foxy's starting spot? No, not presently, but I do. I think you got to see her in a couple more matches. I do think she's a very solid alternative, and you need that. Great half, zero issues. I agree. And again, if you're new here, there's 200 of you on TikTok. There are only 22 of you on YouTube, so you have a much better chance of me responding to you if you are on YouTube. I don't care where you go, though. I like Patterson much more offensively than Foxy. Agreed, but I think some of that is what they've been tasked with doing for the team based on the matchups. Why did they switch from going up the left with Alyssa to going up the right with Avery? I think it's just what they were being given, frankly, because, it was giving Alyssa alone with that, very high line. But then they started congesting a little bit more, right? So the way you can attack that, you want to be able to cross it in. So Lily doesn't quite have the space over there on that same side to be doing it. She's doing it a little bit, right? But Avery Patterson has had the space and the time, frankly, to be able to get those crosses in. It's been good. Michelle Cooper, thoughts? I thought she's been lovely. Really nice movement and combinations with Rose Lavelle. Thoughts on Set North at 9? This is the one thing I've been a little unsure of this half. I've liked Set North at 9 before. I didn't love her here today. I think that the off-the-ball movement could be better, but I also think playing that mid block that Ireland's playing, and with so much fluidity and movement happening elsewhere, maybe she's been told to kind of just really hold centrally, but she could be doing a little bit more to open up some channels. That's my take on that. Feels like a 3-back with Patterson moving up. Well, and it also, it often you've got Coffey dropping back in to help with that back line quite a bit so that Lily Real gets up higher too. Do we see it says chances immediately to have? I'm going to assume that's changes. Yeah, I hope Roosevelt's coming off the pitch. Get her off. Ireland is the first team in the last 3 matches that hasn't had to sub a defender early because of Alyssa. Yeah, look, they're defending well. They are. Thoughts on Rose? I think she's been great. Thoughts on Lily? I think it's been a strong debut so far. She gets forward really nicely. I would like to see her have a little more to do defensively, because here's my concern with Lily is You know who else looked really good until they had to actually defend? Jenna Niswanger. So, but I know Lily Reel's been a defender much longer than Jenna Niswanger. I think she is a better defender than Jenna Niswanger. I'm just saying at this level, I need to see you actually have to do some defending before I render a verdict. Sorry to Jenna Niswanger for the strays. You seem nice. I'm still rooting for you. Tiffany, thank you for the roses. Appreciate you. Rose is just so unique, obsessed. She's just so creative. And again, her speed and her vision of space, it's like, I mean, she just hasn't skipped a beat, even though she's had that ankle surgery. Hutton reminds me of Mewis. I like Hutton. I love Claire Hutton. She's again, at the beginning of this halftime, one of my concerns for, a midfielder playing that particular role, especially a young one in this kind of a physical matchup, is what would happen. And she's just dishing it right back. She's great. She's doing great. Do you think Abella will go in? No, I think they're probably going to get, maybe. I think Lily's going to get, not at half, though. I think Lily will get more minutes. I think she'll get closer. That play where Michelle Magda player Rose, I know, it was super sweet. Give me a gif of that. I'll find a use. What subs do you want to see? I just want to see Rose get off the pitch. This is enough. Just get Rose off my pitch. That's fine. I moved from TikTok to YouTube. I like watching you on here. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And the cool part too, just again, since I'm on both, right? Well, one, it's a little bit scatterbrained with the cameras, but two, you can actually watch these back later if you miss them. So, have any thoughts on goalkeeper 2? He isn't getting much action. Yeah, goalkeeping is such a crapshoot because here's the thing, right? You finally get an opportunity to get called up. You finally get some time to play, and then you play in a match like this where you get nothing to do. She's gotten to do two things. One, she had that play out the back moment that I think would have been nervy, but she executed it very well. And two, because, some people don't respect an offside whistle, she did technically get to make a save. What's your thoughts on Alyssa Thompson? I love her attack at her speed. I just feel like she always takes an extra touch pass when she doesn't need to. Am I wrong? Sometimes she does, but that's about, she's gaining confidence and finding that maturity in there. I think that'll get better. I think she's very strong. I think it's gotten better already. So, is it just me or is Sonnet in her prime under Hayes? She's become a starter. I think she looks great today. I think Emily Sonnet looks fantastic. Do I think we beat Canada? Yes, I do. Sorry, just a quick, just jumping on a quick one. Yeah, I think we're going to beat Canada. But no, Emily Sonnet, the way she's taking space and really moving forward, it's been super fun to watch. It's been good. Ireland is so trash right now. We should be up 4. Don't worry, we will be. I'm not, this is going to collapse here, right? Altitude will get you, just general apathy will get you once it's 2. Ireland's goalkeeper carrying, completely agree. Sentner will be running from Utah. We got to get her out, guys. We got to get her out. Utah's so bad. If we did relegation, that'd be better for them. Going to find out more versus Canada. I agree. What's the plan with Emily Sams? Christian, I don't know what the plan with Emily Sams is. This is my gripe, okay? I think Emily Sams is a very good player. I think if you are not going to be giving her any minutes, you should stop calling her into camp because what is the point? She is not I can understand it with the younger players with a Giselle or something because you just want to kind of get them familiar. She's not a young player. What are you doing? Give her minutes or don't. Don't keep her in. Leg sleeve Lynn will score if she subs in. Probably. She's good for that. Wasn't Tara supposed to start? I don't know. I haven't read anything about that. So, let's see. Allie to Boston or Denver. Yeah, Denver is close. Why not? Just go to Denver. I want to see either of them, man. In fairness, Ireland have a fairly weakened out compared to their usual starting lineup. Yeah, they do. Because that's the thing is that it's actually pretty impressive the way that they're still managing to stick to the same tactics, even though they've had such a downgrade in midfield personnel over, obviously Denise O'Sullivan and Katie McCabe, who usually play centrally for them. So that's, you can see where that strategy, when you have the players that are a little bit more able to capitalize on it and, get that ball forward, works pretty well. Especially where here, so much of what we've done to attack this mid block has actually been to have our center backs and our defensive midfielders push forward and take space. You start to have some gaps to play that through ball if somebody can execute very quickly, but not most players can't do that quite that quick. Let's get Giselle in. Why not? Yeah, why not? Why not? So she's not on the sub list. Croy did not dress. Unclear exactly why, if she took a knock. I know they were waiting to report on that. Angelina Anderson also did not dress, but generally speaking, you're not going to dress all 3 goalkeepers. Rose as a 9. Listen, Rose can be on the pitch wherever. I don't like her out wide. I will say that. We've done that. I have not loved it. But I mean, she's great at the 10, man. She's showing it to you tonight. Showing it to you tonight. It's good. It's good. Interesting to see Sam Meza. I don't think you're going to see her tonight. You might. I mean, because maybe they just sub everybody out. But, I mean, I wonder if you get a Hutton-Meza combo. The next one would be interesting. Sears, thoughts on calling her back still? I would have switched it up, I think. But, you know, she's a great player, so I don't have an issue. I just don't. Okay, actually, I do have an issue with. But I think she's playing well for club. I have not seen her do for country yet what I think she's capable of doing. So I don't know if I care too much because I think she's good enough that she should merit a chance. But when we look at some of the other people who have come in and then gone, you know, let's see. Give it to Riley Tiernan. No, guys, listen, Angel City fan. No, she ain't there yet. She could get there. She could get there, but she ain't there yet. Riley Tiernan's just not there yet. The deficits are too large. I'm sorry. She scored a lot of goals, though. And at some point, you see players where, when you look at on paper what they're capable of, that doesn't look like national team, but you're scoring so many goals that they're just undeniable. And she may get there. It may be close, but she's not quite undeniable yet. Thank you to my sister for all of the gifts. That's always fun. A Bat Boy Tater I have received. Hutton or Albert? Hutton all day. At that spot, Hutton all day, not close. Hutton is somebody who actually knows how to play the 6. She's got great physicality. She still drives the ball forward. She is in the right spaces where she needs to be. Albert is a Band-Aid at that position. She does better at the 10, right? That's been part of the problem here, is they kept trying to force her to play a 6 or an 8, and she's just not that player. So, and then at the 10, you want to tell me that she's better than Rose Lavelle? She's not better than Rose Lavelle. There's 4 other people ahead of Corbin Albert at that spot. Same problem Jaden Shaw's running into. It's just rough. Howell needs another look. I agree. Meza was tiny compared to some of the players she's standing. Looks tiny compared to some of the players she's standing next to. She's not that big. She plays big though. Plays bigger. Does Hayes like Rose or Heaps more at the 10? I assume it's Heaps. It's been Heaps. Okay, we're back on, everybody. If you are new here, I'm again on TikTok. I'm on YouTube. You can watch these back on YouTube afterwards. I will see you all post-match for 15 to 30, just depending on the vibes. Let's fucking go. Oh, and subscribe and follow all those things. Yeah. All right. See you later, YouTube.